Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Jose RC. Today is the time to test this model from ARRMA, that is the ARRMA VORTEX. I'm gonna make the speed test. I'm gonna try the ARRMA aluminum 1/10 scale for the VORTEX. So I'm going to make the review for that suspension or those aluminum shocks and speed test. If you enjoyed this kind of video, thumbs up. It's very important to subscribe to this channel because that helps us to make more videos for you guys. I'm gonna make the full review for this one. This is the latest VORTEX from ARRMA, so stay tuned. So this is my first time making this review for this amazing vehicle. This is from ARRMA VORTEX. Some people compare this model with the Traxxas Rustler 4x4, and I was very curious to see the performance of this one because of that, because my best reference is the Traxxas Rustler, and I already have the Traxxas Rustler, the 4x4 BLX, and this vehicle has some modifications right out of the box. And the first modification that I did to this model was the servo, because I feel like it is too slow and it doesn't have so much power. And right out of the box, the plastics shocks front and rear, I decided to put and give the chance to the ARRMA aluminum shocks for this model, because when I compare this model with the ARRMA Granite, the shocks are more long, both front and rear. Whoa. And so if you want to have one of these vehicles, so you need to make those upgrades. You can use the plastic shocks until they running out of shock oil and change to the aluminum, because it's a pain in the butt. Keep filling those plastic shocks when they gonna leak again. So that's why they're very important, and it's very important that. And the other thing is the ARRMA aluminum shocks for this model are filled with shock oil, and they already come assembled. You don't need to put shock oil on them. So that's why you're gonna see this red, typical of the ARRMA vehicles. They look pretty awesome, but until now the suspension is pretty good, guys. It's pretty good. So this time I gave the chance to ARRMA shocks, and these tires are not belted, so I'm just making a test. I'm not using the stock tires because I need to give a try to this Traxxas MT lock up. You can see the wheels of this thing. It has a lot of power, guys. I need to tell you that even in high speed, it gets in two wheels. That means that it has a lot of power. So I saw some people in YouTube that say that this model flips a lot, but I need to say something about it, because if you are running one of these vehicles, and you are not be able to control your RC, you're gonna flip it. If you have Traxxas, I have the Traxxas Rustler, and if I make a sharp turn, I'm going to flip the Traxxas Rustler. And for me, in the 110 scale, one of the best suspension is the Traxxas Rustler 4x4 BLX. Good suspension, but until now, this thing runs smooth. And another thing is the body, guys. Look at this. The body of the Vortex. I saw this model from ARRMA and some YouTube videos, but in person, I can say that this is one of the best, or one of the most beautiful body that I ever saw in ARRMA, because of a few reasons. They have 3 colors. Here you can see 3 colors. This is the green, blue, and white color. The design is pretty awesome, and very important, this tail that is mounted already in the body, it looks pretty good, but more than that, it's gonna be useful, because if you flip, you are not gonna break your body like the granite. Okay, so that's why if you follow my channel, you will see that my granite has a tail that I need to customize for the granite. Another thing is this wheelie bar. It's the same as the granite, but the different thing in this model is that the wheels in the wheelie bar are made in rubber, not in plastic like the previous version of the granite and other 3S vehicles like Big Rock. Until now, guys, I need to tell you that I'm very impressed with this model. It makes some balloons because these tires are not belted, and so in some point I'm going to put belted tire and see the difference. I'm going to make the speed test for this one, so let's see. Well, so this model is, I'm impressed with this model, and I'm very happy that finally ARRMA continue working the 110 scale, because I love all of them, and this is one of the 110 scale most beautiful that I ever saw. I'm gonna make the speed test for this Vortex. This one has the stock pinion, so it's not the high speed gear. This thing has a lot of power. And another thing is the suspension is so the wheelies don't let me get the high speed. It's funny. So when you try to see the ARRMA Vortex in the ARRMA website, you're gonna see that this one is in the 60 plus miles per hour. So you're not gonna find it into the 50 miles per hour vehicles. Damn, this is with the stock pinion. It's pretty fast. Guys, 52 miles per hour with the stock pinion. That is a lot. Pretty fast, this thing. I'm impressed with this one. I love the RCs, I love ARRMA and Traxxas, but yeah, guys, this is one of the best competition for the Traxxas Rustler. Let me reset everything again. Let's give it another run. It's super fast, guys. These tires, when you use tires that they are not belted, you're gonna get, I don't know why, because I understand that the belted tires, when I compare Duratrax, the belted tires are more bigger than the non-belted tire when we talk about 2.8 inches. But if in my previous video I used belted tire in one of my Granite. Whoa. And the belted tire reduced my speed because they are more bigger. I think they are more heavy, so that's gonna impact your velocity. But if you look, even when I press the throttle onto the middle, it can get into two wheels. It made wheels so easy. That's not happen when you use belted tires, because the belted tires, damn. So if you saw in the previous run, I had a flip because of no belted tire, guys. And I need to show you something about this model. It rolls a lot, and the only part that I received some scratches is here in the tail. So that's why when I start this video, I said that this is an improved body, because this tail gonna protect your body. I make a few rolls with this model, and I was checking the whole body if I have some scratches in someone else. And guys, the only part that received that punishment as I mean, it was in the tail. So that's why it's very important, because when you ruin your tail, you just replace it with another one. That's it. You don't need to buy another body because of that. If you're looking for an RC that have protection for the body, that is a plus, because in our when you compare with Traxxas, I mean, Traxxas has the Traxxas Max, I have the Max, I have the X Max, I have the Rustler, and all of them have protection to their own bodies. So that's why it's very important. When you have that kind of protection of the body, tail or something to protect the rear of the any RC body, and the roof protection, it's a plus. Always it's better, guys, because you can preserve the body more than when you compare with the Granite. The Granite doesn't have the roof protection. The Granite doesn't have the rear protection. That's why I customize my Granites because I was tired to broke the bodies, and after that need to buy another one because they don't have protection. That is a thing that I'm not so happy with ARRMA when we talk about 1/10 scale, because of the body protection. For example, the Granite don't have rear protection, roof protection. So if you look at all the ARRMA Granite, vehicles, you're gonna notice that all of them, the rear of the body is broke. It's broke. Wheel is a high speed, guys. So that's why I'm very impressed with this body and the whole vehicle. Full throttle. Let's see the speed in full throttle. Even with balloon. Wheel is a high speed. Tells you that this truck has a lot of power, guys. Has a lot of power. Damn. Let's see. 50 miles per hour, guys. With the stock pinion, that is a huge difference. The suspension from ARRMA, I need to say, guys, is I'm impressed with those aluminum shocks. So when we're talking about what is the difference of this 110 scale comparing with the granite and the big rock, and why it's a little bit more expensive, is because when you compare with, this is the competition for the Traxxas Rustler 4x4. Let's start with that. And that is one of the most popular Traxxas RC ever. But what is the situation with the Rustler 4x4 BXL? They don't have telemetry. If you want telemetry in the Traxxas Rustler, you need to buy the expansion model and you need to add all the features by separate. What ARRMA did with this model, they include the telemetry because all the Spectrum ESC has telemetry, and the transmitter is different in this model because the transmitter is from Spectrum. That is the same transmitter that they use with the 1/5 scale Kraton and the 1/5 scale Aucas. And you can buy the Bluetooth model and you can adapt to that transmitter, and you're gonna have the telemetry. And we are talking about that transmitter that come with the 1/5 scales are more expensive because of the feature. You can use the Spectrum Firma app and you can measure the speed, set the endpoints. It's very similar with the Traxxas Link. So that's why this one has a slight advantage with the Traxxas Rustler. But Traxxas is Traxxas, guys. At the end, this is my ARRMA VORTEX 110 scale. I need to say something about this model. I'm impressed with this model. The body is impressed. I'm impressed with the body, the design, the protection of the body. So the ARRMA shock, aluminum shocks, and you can see there they are red. The suspension is pretty smooth. Another thing is of this model that the wheels in the wheel bar are made in rubber. So that's why when it made wheelies, it's pretty smooth, because the previous version of the wheelie bar were plastic. Now they put rubber instead plastic. And the speed limit for this one is 50 miles per hour with the stock pinion. If you enjoyed this kind of video, thumbs up, subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe to the channel, because that helps us to continue making more videos to you guys, making repairs, review, and upgrades. So don't waste more time. Subscribe to this channel, guys. Bye.